Hey boys, daily check-in with John V, 2025, May 13th. So I've got some bad news. I'll cover that first, and then some possibly good news. Um, but we'll get right into it. The bad news is I did my monthly weigh-in and I'm only down 3 pounds. And this is from diet alone, not exercise, right? And I'm not dieting. I haven't been dieting really hard. But 3 pounds in a month, it's not quick enough because at that rate, it would take me 2 years to reach my goal. That's too long. I mean, it's still progress, but it's not quick enough. A year to reach my goal is reasonable, not 2 years. So I'm going to diet a little harder. I might start fasting again. And I'm considering doing multiple hours of walking every day. That would really do it. But we'll see. Obviously, if I'm going to start walking, I should be doing it right now, starting. And I haven't. So I may later this evening go for a long walk for like 2 hours or more. But we'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself, right? Because I've demonstrated I can't commit to anything. So, you know, a walking schedule of several hours a day is going to be difficult for me to keep, right? I don't look too bad today. I look more fat than usual, kind of. And I think it's the shirt because it's white and black. Maybe that's why. But yeah, my monthly weigh-in was disappointing. The other, there is no other bad news actually. I think that's all the bad news. The good news now is the finasteride. I'm making an appointment right now on Maple. Maple is an online app where you can have a consultation with a doctor to get prescriptions and stuff. And I'm seeing about getting a lower dose of finasteride to fix the balding. The balding is caused from the warfarin, which is a blood thinner. It's a very uncommon side effect, but I determined it is caused from the warfarin, and it's not caused from me being a guy that's middle aged. It's mostly caused from the warfarin. And when I was on finasteride before, it did help. After like 7 or 8 months, I had much thicker hair. And so it definitely will work. But I had to stop before because I was having some sexual problems. Not being able to orgasm kind of sucks. So I had to stop treatment. I was actually on the lowest dosage of 1 milligram a day and still had those symptoms, right? So I'm not sure if they can go even lower. But I'm thinking maybe a lower dose is what I would need to avoid those negative symptoms. But we'll see what the doctor says once I get through for an appointment on the app. I have the screen open right now waiting. And Maple is awesome. I don't know if anybody's used it, but it's an awesome app. You know, you can get prescriptions refilled and stuff and not have to go to a doctor's office or a hospital emergency room and wait all day for to see a doctor, right? So, yeah. Um, the other news I have is I'm moving soon on the weekend. My room is nice and clean. There's no big pile of trash in the corner anymore. I got my fridge all cleaned out. All the garbage, rotten food is gone. There's literally nothing in my fridge now except for like a jar of relish and a jar of like mayonnaise, and that's about it. All the other stuff is frozen. So when it comes day of moving, I'll be throwing all the stuff from the freezer into a box or two and moving it. But yeah, good news is I'm moving soon on the weekend. Maybe that'll be the start of a new beginning, but probably not because I'm literally just moving down the street, and it's not a big life changing event, right? It would be if I was moving into my own place, right? But I'm not. So, um, but I'm not sure what else to go over. I gave my nephew a guitar lesson yesterday, just teaching him how to strum, really basic, which he picked up very easily. Taught him C, D, and G chords, which he picked up relatively well. He's not very good at them, but he can form the chords. He can somewhat make a sound with them. And obviously, it's going to take some time before he can make perfect music with full chords. And I know I've had people in the past tell me, full chords are too hard for a beginner that's just learning. Well, I don't think they are, because when I first learned, I learned full chords like C, D, and G and switching between them. I'm not going to start off with really basic chords like E minor that are two fingers, because my my theory on it is you teach them the basic chords of C, D, G, and then when they've learned those and mastered them fairly well, then you give them the easier chords and they're nothing for them to pick up. Easy, right? Obviously, after a few days, once he's demonstrated that he has learned what I've taught him, I'm going to teach him a really basic song with a capo. Um, that's fairly easy. Going to be Wonderwall. A lot of people learn Wonderwall in the beginning of their guitar journey, and Wonderwall's got a pretty good strumming pattern. The chords are very basic. It's more so the strumming pattern I want to emphasize, and because you can practice strumming for hours without your fingers getting sore, right? Whereas when you're forming chord shapes and stuff, your fingers get sore really quick the first couple weeks of learning. So I'm also a beginner. I haven't played in like 7 years. I gave myself a lesson there yesterday as well for about 20 minutes, just practicing basic chord shapes and strumming. And I played a little bit of Wonderwall, but it's a little rough because obviously I haven't played Wonderwall in like 7 years. So, but yeah, my he's picking up on it really well. He's demonstrated in the past that he can follow instructions and he does what he's told, right? He's almost 18, so he's not a little kid. I'm very selective of who I teach anything to, because I need a student that is willing to learn and will follow instructions. And he does that. So, we'll see how it goes. Um, Not much else to really go over. I'm still smoking a fucking ton. I smoked like half a pack already today. And I went back to bed this morning for a couple hours, just laying in bed sleeping. And I'm in that bad habit again where I'll be up for a couple hours and sleep for a couple hours during the morning. And I shouldn't have got back into that habit. I broke myself of it, and now I'm back in it again. But I mean, when you live a life like me, neat, what they call it online, neat. There's nothing expected of me. I could sleep all day and night if I wanted to, and what's anybody gonna do about it? I'm not shirking responsibilities or anything, because there's nothing expected of me. But yeah, we'll go a little longer and we'll cut the video off because I'm not really sure what else to talk about. I know I'm moving up in reputation really quick on the Looks Maxing forum. They give out reputation like candy. That's what I'm told on that site. But I don't sit on that site typically all day. I'll sit on there for a couple hours every day and gobble up a bunch of reputation and just comment. A lot of my shit that I comment and post is just troll shit. It's not actually serious stuff. But yeah, we'll cut the video off there. We'll keep it short today. I'll see you guys online.